Hey folks, this is ioEther, and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Extreme Unicorn Warfare, and he is in his 113. This is a tier 10 game on Kampanovka, and it's a counter map. So 2 stars of excellence, right? Yes. So this is the, I want to say the original. It is the original tier 10 Chinese heavy tank. And then the WZ1115A was added just recently. So obviously he's had this thing for a while. He's got digital camo on it, which looks amazing. And the 2 stars there. He's also running some premium food, improved combat rations to give him a little bit of a boost. However, if he gets set on fire, he's going to look very silly as he burns to death. Let's hope that doesn't happen, right? So before we get started, as always, if you guys want to support the channel, then one of the best ways you can do so is by sharing this with your friends. I mean, it's going to be an epic game. Not quite as hilarious as the last game, but just as epic, I promise you. Ooh, unfortunately not able to get that second shot into the Bulldog. That must have been annoying. And then goes ahead and knocks down some of his cover. Now I do have to note that I'm a bit sick, and so this may not come out quite as perfectly as I'd like. Okay, so the T-57 Heavy actually hits us with one shell and then just bounces the rest of them off us. And the low, I don't know what the low thinks he's doing, but I figure it involves suicide, because I can't see any other reason a low would want to charge a 113. I mean, this is a bunch of tier 8 tanks just coming at Extreme, and so he just takes out the T-44 like casually. He's already walked 2,000 damage. Shoots the track off the low. He's gonna reload and kill the low here in a second. Nope, friendly does that instead for him, but he gets the tracking damage. So this thing, I should talk about weak spots on this tank. It's hard to do when I can't see the front of it. But anyways, is he gonna? Yes, good, thank you. Weak spots on this thing. Here, if you can angle your tank, like if you're taller and you can angle down, you might be able to shoot through the front plate. Obviously, there's a driver part here. Other than that, you're shooting for cupolas or the side of his turret. If he turns his turret and is kind enough to look off to this, way off to one side, then you can definitely put shots through the side of this turret. Albeit, you see how the turret slopes like that? You want them closer to the line, the turret ring, so they have better chance of actually penning and less chance of ricocheting off. Because of course, as the angle gets steeper up here towards the top of the turret, it's more likely that your shots will just ricochet off into the sky and make you look silly. These cupolas aren't amazingly easy to hit, but they are the best spots to hit if you can't put shots right through here. Now of course, this is by far the best part to be aiming at, though that's fairly obvious. If you're playing 113, this thing is a box of armor. That's really the only way to think about it. Why can't I zoom out? There we go. It wouldn't let me zoom out there for a second. So as long as you're side scraping on like something like this, then this upper glacis plate is fairly impenetrable, and then you'll just ricochet people off your side like mad. And that's why he was just pulling up to this building. He was letting them shoot at his side armor, and they were just ricocheting the occasional shot at his front armor. And I don't think anyone shot at his... Oh, look at that one. Nope, I don't think anyone shot at his turret yet. But they will, as it goes on. I don't think this thing suffers from the horrible pound that the IS line suffers from, where there's this hatch right here you can shoot through. Fairly certain the Chinese solved that. I assume they put armor there. So this thing really does only have a couple weak spots, being the turret and the lower glacis. And when you're driving it, it's so much better at side scraping than the IS lines. It's not even funny, because of the fact that it doesn't have the peak. It doesn't have these massive flat weak spots in the front of it. So, Unicorn is going to put that to use, I'm sure. Is he trying to figure out what he's doing? I thought for a second he was going to back out in front of the enemy, but he's smart enough not to do that. He doesn't forward pull it out in front. He's trying to get a shot. Sorry. Puts one into the low. Is looking for a good shot on the Zeus at 57. But of course, you do need. That was either some lag, or he went AFK briefly. I don't know what exactly happened. I don't know if he knows exactly what happened. Unicorn? Extreme. Warfare? Yes, he seemed to be AFK there for a little bit. I don't know why. I'm hoping he'll tell us in the comments. I didn't get him shot, thankfully. Oh, that miss, though. So close. He had the side of the T-30's turret, and of course that is where you want to be shooting the T-30. If you cannot hit in the upper where Glacius is the hull, basically, right? You do not want to have this gun pointed at you longer than you have to. See, versus just in time to bounce the shot from the Ferdinand, and he's looking for that cupola shot because he doesn't want to pop over that ridge again, because he knows the T-30 wants to put a shot into him. I would want to put a shot into him. T-30 is down to the point where you could HE him, but nope, just snipes it into. I think that was the cheek of the turret he put that shot into, as he ricochets two different shots. And again, you can see if they can't see his lower glacis, they're just gonna bounce and ricochet off this thing all the live long day. Oops, as I miss the kill on the T-57 Heavy. But again, the T-57 Heavy, you notice that your Warfare wasn't shooting at the top of that thing. Anywhere past the gun, up on that turret, just not worth shooting at unless you have an extreme angle on it. But 9% of the time, it's not worth shooting at, and Unicorn wasn't. He was in fact waiting until he could see the bottom half of that turret or the hull of the tank and putting his shots into those. Now he's done 9,000 combined, or he's done 5,000 damage and blocked 4,000. He is definitely the star of his team, but his team are still collapsing around him. We're definitely losing this still. He's waiting for the right shot, and that wasn't any fault of his. That shell just wanted to fly, and so it flew all right. As he goes ahead and tracks the Chinese tank destroyer, he's sending fire and now shooting up at him. But again, they don't have the. Okay, now we're getting shot at by HE. As he misses another shot, he's running out of ammo here. You can see he's firing his HE right now, and then he's only got 11 heat rounds left. He hasn't fired a single round of premium yet. Ooh, nice job having the HE go to, as it looks like he might be shooting at the scout tank next. Auto aiming in, and we're just letting the shot settle as the scout tank continues to run towards him, and he just pulls the trigger and absolutely murders that poor thing. And now it's just him and T-25 pilot against the world. Every shot has to count from now on. Every single shot has to go in. Otherwise, he's gonna run out of ammo, and that would really, really be bad. Oddly enough, you don't want to run out of ammo. Oh man, he's gonna have to fire so that W is off with a HE round because he doesn't have the heat round to waste on it. He's trying to, wiggle his body around so that the STRV bounces, and then he bounces in return. No, because he wasn't able to hit the Lord Glacius. Oh, and then he bounces again. Come on, man. Just hit that cupola. You can do this. He's got his tank. Nice place to pause. So he bounces that. A tiny bit of problem when he was angled this way, and that meant that these guys over here were actually able to overmatch some of his side armor. Where do we just get hit from? The W's. No, he's shooting HE. which is gonna go through our side armor. I guess he wasn't actually over angled. It just felt that way. The STRV, of course, is just gonna go through him, like, because, you know, tank destroyer at tier 10. It's just what happens. He's got to put this shot into his cupola. Good job. And now he's got to get out of there, more or less. Oh, and the other STRV, I forgot there was a second one. Takes that one off his gun, which breaks, and unfortunately he doesn't have a repair kit quite yet, so he's gonna have to use the dead gun when it comes back up again. And he has to hit this cupola. He's got to stop taking these snapshots. He's not gonna have enough ammo left. He's actually getting swarmed right now. Ooh, nice job from the pilot, taking out the bulldog behind him. Come on, man. You can do this. Just make sure these shots count. You can't waste ammo at this point in time. 5 tanks left on the enemy team. Ooh, saw the side armor. Unfortunately, not able to put the shot in. T-54 shooting at him from behind and missed. Nice shot into the STRV. He's only got a couple more rounds left, and that's what it's going to take to kill the STRV. So this is gonna, I don't know what he's gonna do to pull this one out, but we're gonna have to see, right? Nice shot, and he sets it on fire, which means he has one more shell for the Ferdinand here, and he goes ahead and punches the Ferdinand, and the pilot takes out the T-54. Oh, last HE shell, we know where that's going. Oh man, 9,000 damage. 9,000 damage blocked. 3 enemies left, and he's out of ammo. What would you do in this situation? You know what I'd do? Man, if he could have killed the WZ, I would have. But anyways, as long as they like consider him to be a threat, which they definitely consider him to be a threat, he has been murdering their team. They might let him slip away if he does it quickly and skillfully. He might be able to get back here and then get down and then get around. Unfortunately, he won't be able to cap. But if he could get away, then maybe he can just drive for the next 6 minutes and survive this one as a draw, or it's possible he could actually get in there and cap it out. I don't know, it depends on how stupid the enemy team is. That E75 isn't particularly brilliant, so maybe also he can definitely ram the 30 and the WZ to death. So what does he do? He gets, yep, he's running. Good job. He's breaking contact. He is trying to get down this hill before the E75 catches up to him. He platoons up with the T-25 pilot. They have 8 kills between the two of them. That's unfortunately not quite enough for... Oh, E-75 just lit him. But he ducks down below the ridgeline and continues to drive. He's gonna have to duck and weave here. Yeah, if he continued to drive in a straight line, that shot would have probably hit him. And we're gonna speed up this replay, as it looks like he's just gonna start running. He is in fact going for the cap circle. His only chance to win right now. Ferdinand knows what's up. Ferdinand is... He's trying to see if he can see the 30 and maybe do something about it. Oh, he gets himself lit, unfortunately. There's not much he can do about that. He's got 2 minutes left on this cap. Yeah, that's unlikely. E75 is probably shooting at him from the hill. I don't... Or maybe that's the WZ, actually. That could be the WZ. You can't even see the 30 right now. Freddy's got to be creeping through the swamp. Or maybe the Freddy is swinging all the way around and is going to come out from over the top. We'll have to see. I'm currently running this at Yeah, 2 times. Get this back into normal speed. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay then. Well, that shot must have come over the back of the hill and hit him in the back of the turret. Oh man, there was nothing he could do about that game. He did absolutely everything he possibly could and almost pulled it out if you just had a little bit more ammo. Those games where you miss like 2 shots and you're like, no. Yeah, this is one of those games. Oh, you know, if he killed the Ferdinand and the WZ, he may have actually been able to pull this out, though it would have been a lot harder. But wow, that game though. Was that a great bonus game for the second? I enjoyed that game. I'm quite happy to give you guys that as a bonus game. And so yeah, before you guys leave, don't forget to grab there's a link to a contest for 1,000 gold. If you want to enter into that, go ahead. And yeah, other than that, we'll jump on over to the scores and see how much money he made from this and how much experience. Ace Tanker in a defeat is pretty impressive. Bruiser, Arsonist, Duelist, Fire for Effect, High Caliber, and Top Gun. Yeah, I think he earned this one. 9,400 damage dealt. That is how you get into the 6K damage club with style. Wow. Look at that. Even the T-25 pilot did 3,000 damage. But that, you triple his damage, and you still don't hit extreme damage. And the saddest medal of the day goes to a girl 15 with 0 damage. And 3 shells fired. Yeah, that's sad, alright. Well played to both of these guys. They both deserve props. And, yeah, wow. Well done. Good lord. 118,000 credits earned. Wow. You traveled 3 kilometers. 1,800 combined damage and damage blocked. That is enough to get you a what's it called? Mission 15 for the 260 done. If he didn't have it done already, he definitely has it done now. Good lord, suddenly I want to get to this tank and get my mission 15 done for every tanks. Right? Oh man, how many other people are in that boat? Only 300 credits earned because of the fact that he spent all his gold and of course premium consumable right in there. Oh, but he still made money. He made money on a defeat, and an epic defeat at that. That was pretty awesome. Thank you so much, Extreme Unicorn Attack, for sending this in. This was a joy to watch, and I truly loved it. You go ahead and send more of these in if you want to. This was just amazing. And thank you all for watching. Please, if you want to support the channel, then one of the best ways you can do so is to share this with your friends and clanmates. I mean, 9,000 damage in a 113. How many times have you seen that in your life? And yes, so thank you all. I will see you all later. It's ioEther out.